I'm Ann Brom.
And I'm Phoebe Miller.
Today we're here with a fresh new episode of the Hive.
Holiday edition.
Today we'll be interviewing two Keeling students about their favorite holiday tradition.
And playing a fun game of Winter Holiday Pictionary. Let's get started. You know what happened to me one winter, Anne?
What?
Okay, so it never snows in Austin. Never. Once every 5 years. And one time, I woke up and there was this snow falling from the sky out of my window.
Yeah.
And I looked out the window and all my family were building snowmans and playing in the snow. And I was sick, so I wasn't allowed to go outside. And I had to sit inside all day watching my family have fun in the snow that never happens. And I just had to sit inside and drink tea. It was not fun.
At least you didn't have to make up any extra work for school.
Yeah, I was pretty little. No middle school back then.
So, what is your favorite thing to do for the holiday season, like winter break, trips, or anything like that?
So, my family usually travels to Utah and we go skiing, but this year we won't be able to.
And what other things do you do in Utah?
We go skiing, we go snowshoeing, I guess that's really it.
And why does your family always go there? What makes Utah special?
Well, it reminds us of home because we're all from Michigan and it's very cold there. But we also like to do things because it doesn't really snow at that time in Michigan, but that's the only time we have a break.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Utah.
And what is your favorite memory from holiday break? Something like that.
I remember my mom is very afraid of skiing, so she goes snowshoeing. Well, we go skiing, and once she took me snowshoeing, and she was so scared. It was really funny.
What is snowshoeing?
It's okay, you know how tennis rackets have little bars kind of?
At the end?
Not wires that go through.
Okay, yeah.
So you put that on a shoe and it helps you walk through snow without falling through it, because the snow in Utah is very if you were to walk without them, you'd probably fall through the snow. But yeah.
So it's attached to a shoe and it
it's like a tennis racket attached to a shoe.
Okay, yeah.
They're really hard to walk in.
Yeah. And then what is your favorite holiday tradition to do with your family or friends or just by yourself?
Well, we're not Christian, but we do celebrate Christmas a little bit, and I just think it's really fun.
And what kind of fun things do y'all do on Christmas or preparing for Christmas?
Well, we have small Christmas trees and we exchange presents, which is fun.
And then how have your holiday plans changed due to the pandemic now, because y'all are not going to Utah this year, but what other things have changed?
Well, we're not going to Utah, which is a big thing because we were supposed to go this year, but I guess we're still celebrating Christmas, which is fun. And I guess we get to celebrate it a little more because we're actually at home.
And then what is the weirdest gift you ever gotten, or coolest or special? Just kind of a gift that you're always kind of remember.
Oh, okay. So once my sister, we really like candy, and there's a type of candy, Sour Patch Kids, which is our favorite. And once she got me a huge bag, and it was 3 pounds, and it was really fun.
And then what other things do y'all do around the holidays that aren't Christmas, but other things that you do during the winter break?
Well, we make a lot of hot chocolate, and I guess it's easier to like take walks and things like that because it's not so hot.
Welcome to Holiday Pictionary on the Hive. I'm your host, Naaman Mishra. Now that you know the rules of the game, let me introduce to you our two teams. First, we have the Candy Cane Crushers with Sydney and Rylan.
We are the Candy Cane Crushers, and we are here to win.
We are gonna beat our opponents, the Polar Bear Pulverizers.
We also have the Polar Bear Pulverizers with Phoebe and Anne.
We are the Polar Bear Pulverizers.
And we're about to crush these candy canes.
The first team to go will be the Candy Cane Crushers with Sydney drawing first. The first team to go will be the Candy Cane Crushers with Sydney drawing first and Rylan guessing first. I've sent Sydney her prompt and you have 30 seconds to draw.
Looks like a head. Is it Santa? Sad. Is it a sweatshirt? No.
And that is your time, I think. Sorry.
It's the Grinch!
It's the Grinch. The prompt was Grinch. The score right now will be 0-0.
Green.
The next team up is the Polar Bear Pulverizers with Anne drawing and Phoebe guessing. I have sent Anne her prompt. You have 30 seconds to draw, starting now.
Reindeer.
That was fast.
Yes!
Just like less than 15 seconds. So good job. So the score right now is 0-1 with the Polar Bear Pulverizers in the lead. Our third round, we're back with the Candy Cane Crushers, except this time with Rylan drawing and Sydney guessing. I have sent Rylan his prompt. You have 30 seconds starting now.
An angel. A bell. A menorah.
Got
Yes.
That is the right answer. So that makes the score tied 1-1. In round 4, we are with the Polar Bear Pulverizers with Phoebe drawing and Anne guessing. I have sent Phoebe her prompt. You have 30 seconds starting now.
What is that? It looks like a soldier with a hat. What does NVT mean? A soldier, Santa Claus.
And that is your time. The prompt was Nutcracker. Now we're in round 5 with the Candy Cane Crushers with Sydney drawing once again. I have sent Sydney her prompt. Your time starts now.
see if is it Santa Claus? An elf?
Wow,
Yay!
that is the correct answer. The prompt was elf.
It's an ugly looking elf, but it's an elf.
It kind of reminds me of an elf on the shelf for some reason.
And now we're in round 6 with the Polar Bear Pulverizers with Anne drawing and Phoebe guessing. So I have sent Anne her prompt. Your time starts now.
A box. A present. A stocking. A fireplace. A
That
chimney.
is the correct answer. Stocking was the correct answer. So that means The score is tied 2-2 as we move in to our tiebreaker round. Welcome to round 7 of Holiday Pictionary on the Hive. This is our tiebreaker round, and since both teams are tied 2-2, this will be the deciding round in who wins Holiday Pictionary. The way this round works is that both teams decide who's going to be their drawer and who's going to be their guesser. The Candy Cane Crushers chose Rylan to draw, and the Polar Bear Pulverizers chose Anne to draw. As you can see, we have made a split down the middle of the whiteboard, and the Candy Cane Crushers will be drawing on the left, while the Polar Bear Pulverizers will be on the right. Both teams will get the same prompt, and whichever team gets it first will win. There is no timer on this round. It is just a race to guess it correctly. So, I have sent both teams their prompt, and you may begin now.
Go fast round.
Snowman, candy cane.
Snowman. Wait.
Snowman, candy cane, Santa Claus, dreidel,
Hair.
ornament.
Ornament! Who got it first? I didn't see.
Did Phoebe did?
No,
for
I
sure.
got it first.
No, Phoebe did.
No way.
We played the
I'm gonna go
recording.
with the recording
We
to
played the
decide who won that.
We're all guessing at this. Hair.
Ornament.
Ornament! After careful examination of the recording, I have come to the conclusion that the winner of Holiday Pictionary on the Hive is the Polar Bear Pulverizers.
Yay.
And what do you do for the holidays?
So it's kind of hard because I don't celebrate Christmas, but during winter break, me and my family usually go on a trip. And this is actually a Jewish thing, and I'm not sure why, but quite a lot of Jews do this, where on Christmas we go to a Chinese restaurant. And it's always funny because you can always tell like who's like Jewish by like who's in the Chinese restaurant, because no one who's celebrating Christmas is going to be celebrating Christmas by going to a Chinese restaurant. So it's always a little fun to be like, hey, we're both Jewish, yeah. It's like a little reunion.
Do you celebrate any other holidays?
Yes, so I'm Jewish, as I mentioned, so I celebrate around this time of the year Hanukkah, Yom Kippur, or actually Yom Kippur isn't for a little bit, I wrote it on the list. Purim, Tu B'Shvat, Hanukkah, as I mentioned.
So what do you do for Hanukkah?
So every family does their own thing, but basically what it's just focused around is we have to eat as much fried food as possible. If you don't eat fried food, you're not doing it right. And before you ask, every Jewish holiday, how it started is basically something bad happened, we didn't die, let's eat. It's every Jewish holiday.
Anything
Everyone.
else you do for Hanukkah?
Well, of course you light the candles every night. There's kind of like a thing going around where people are like, should you light all of them one night and then like 7, or it's like, should you light 8 one night and then 7 the next, or should you light one night and then like 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5 and then 6 and then 7 and then 8. But our family just kind of does it randomly, trying to make this sound interesting, but Hanukkah isn't actually like the most interesting Jewish holidays. We have some really weird ones.
What was the other one that you mentioned?
So what's it called? I should be able to take these from memory, but I'm a bad Jew. So it's called Purim, and basically it's kind of like Halloween. Like you throw like a what's it called? Costume party. Throw a costume party, you have cookies, you have candy, everyone gets together, dance. It's pretty fun.
Any other holidays around this time?
Around this time, yeah. So there's also Tu B'Shvat, as I mentioned, straight from memory. So there's Tu B'Shvat, which is like kind of a Earth Day type thing. It's celebrating trees because trees are pretty important. Not sure if you noticed.
Yeah, trees are very important.
Kind of important. Not the most. Little second place.
Yeah. It's like water.
Okay. So if you want, I can get into some holidays that aren't winter holidays, like Sukkot or Passover or Shabbat, which happens every Friday.
So, what do you plan on doing for these holidays?
Well, thank you for asking. So Hanukkah is coming up in just a couple of days because it's on the 10th this year. So if you're Jewish, you probably know this. But basically, if you don't eat as much fried food during Hanukkah as possible, you will be disowned. So we're going to be doing a lot of fried food. My mom thinks that she might fry a goose, which we've never done before. I'm not sure where she's getting that inspiration. We also have Purim coming up in a couple of months. And Purim is basically like a huge costume party. It's kind of like a knockoff Halloween. Like we dress up, we dance, and then we eat like jam-filled cookies, which are pretty good.
That's it for today's episode of The Hive.
The polar bear pulverizers dominated in Holiday Pictionary.
We learned that you never know what the weather brings in the winter, so be prepared.
Finally, we learned about some fun things that the Keelan community enjoys to do over the holidays.
Make sure to tune in next week for KNN's
The Hive.